Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. A little bit early here this morning, Saturday morning, first light. We're getting the wife's buggy fired up there. I gotta empty it out. She's taking the kids for skiing practice today, and I'm gonna stay home, move a little bit of snow. But she managed to get, from where she works, she managed to get a big whiteboard. They did some renos and they didn't need this whiteboard anymore. And it's like 8 feet long, she says. I don't know, but we're gonna put it up. We're gonna put it up there. Put it up on the kids' play mezzanine, and they can draw all over that. They can draw every picture they can imagine. I think that's gonna be a summertime activity. I don't think dry erase markers. I think they'll freeze. I don't think they'll work in the winter time. But nevertheless, they'll still be able to have that up there at least for half the year. Yeah, look at that thing. That's huge. It's the whole length, all the way from the back door here, all the way to the back of the very front seats. So much room for drawings. Not really activities, but drawings. All right, so the wife headed off to town with the kids, left me unattended with the kitchen with all her Christmas snacks. She's made nuts and bolts, so pretzels, Cheerios, Shreddies, some peanuts, mini Ritz crackers. Pretty good time. And then I'm slow cooking a pork roast in here. Cooking it in a mixture of brown sugar, cinnamon. I got some diced onions on there. And then just for a liquid medium, used a can of root beer. So that'll be different. We'll see how that tastes when it's done. But I better get my big coat on and some gloves and get outside and get some snow plowed here. Before a guy heads out though, a little Christmas cheer. Gonna have a little nip of Bailey's just to get all the blood circulating before I go out there and freeze myself half to death. So, cheers. Tastes like Christmas. Of course, before I get going here, I'm gonna have to manage a thing. So, the wife's still a Volkswagen car. It's been parked here. Well, I parked it here last time I plowed snow, a few weeks back, 3 weeks back, something like that. And now the battery's dead. I'm not sure why. Probably the interior light or something got left on. It's a royal pain in the butt. But anyways, I got my red truck fired up. I'll get some booster cables out, get it fired up, get it moved, and just leave it running for an hour or so. Really, we don't even use that little Volkswagen during the winter time. Just because, I mean, I don't really want my wife and kids ripping down the highway in a pop can in icy conditions. It's got good tires and everything on it. It's roadworthy, but I've just always been conscientious about that. I'd rather have them in something bigger, four-wheel drive, all that kind of stuff during the winter months. So really what a guy should do is try to put that in storage somewhere. But when we built the shop, there just wasn't enough shekels to go 40 by 60 with the shop. So we went 42 by 42. And ever since that day, we found that we just didn't quite have enough space. The other thing we did is we put a whole set of living quarters in the shop, because we lived in the shop for the first year. Well, actually not quite. We lived in the trailer, the holiday trailer right here. Well, we built the shop, and then we built the shop, and we lived in it for a year until the house was built. So there's a full set of living quarters in there. It's very rustic and rudimentary, don't get me wrong, but it does take up space. You know, the bathroom and the kitchen, the whole 9 yards, and the mezzanine and everything, where you probably could park a car or a truck or something in there, but that's space that's no longer available. But make do with what we have. Can't complain. We've got plenty, that's for sure. Now, I want to say we got plenty. I mean, I had room that I was able to bring the yellow tractor in here yesterday. Pulled it out of the outside and brought it in so that everything would be nice and warm, and rather than fire it up and then just go to full RPMs and try to move a bunch of snow. Trying to move snow with an ice block, essentially. Hard on the transmission, hard on the motor, hard on the hydraulics. So, but I'll get this pulled out, get that other little car boosted. I'm gonna spray some WD-40 on the grader blade here too before I get going. That just helps that snow just glide off. I find usually if I pull it out of the shop and get to moving snow right away, there's a whole bunch of it just sticks to the blade, and then it won't because it's warm, and then the snow outside is cold. It just sticks, and then it won't roll off cleanly. So if I just give it a quick spritz with some WD-40, just like Pam, essentially just slides right off of there. I also got to get power across to the doghouse there today by the barn. Now that barn, the lights in the barn are running off power that comes from the heated water bowl over there. So I don't want to steal any more power. In fact, I'm trying to rig up another heated water bowl, just basically a trough with a floating heater in it for the dogs over there by the barn. So I'm gonna run from the septic tank power. I'm gonna run extension cord over so I can keep a heated water bowl over there, so that one big dog, that big white dog, can stay penned up there while we're gone for a day. She lives. I'll let that warm up for a bit. I'll get it moved over the other side of the yard there. It stops sounding like somebody's trying to bang hammers together before I go and move it. Alright, so I got the main part of the yard all plowed out in front of the house here, all the way to the end of the driveway. Now I got to do this pad in front of the shop here, and I might even do a little bit out to the barn there. I got to be careful on the way out to the barn, because if I make a bunch of windrows, it could be a little hard to hop over with the pickup if it freezes solid. Whereas at least here, I got one path, right? I'm not going anywhere else in the yard, right? So, but if I got to get out to the, say, the tack shed or something over there, and I put a big windrow, that may not work so well. So I'll see what a guy's going to do out there. I just want to make sure I got good access to the barn. This is the hard part. I shouldn't say the hard part necessarily, but as it pushes over, it starts to get, starts to lean down the side of the hill there, and there's a bit more at stake. No different, I guess, than right up against the house. You're backing right up to the building. You don't want to redecorate anything. You don't want to squish a piece of tin. I've done that before. Actually, that Volkswagen there, both mirrors are busted off of it, because one year I couldn't get it to start, so I'm like, to heck with it. I'll just plow around it. And I tagged the mirror one year, and then the next year I tagged the other mirror with the back tire of the tractor, just trying to get a little too close. Oh, almost lost it there. Anyways, I'm going to move the kids' little GTs here that are buried in the snow. Get back to it. It's actually a pretty nice day for plowing snow. I don't know what temperature. We were not minus 8 or 9 or something like that this morning first thing. I see the snow starting to slide off the roof again there. I tried as I might to slam that door as hard as I possibly could. I couldn't get an avalanche coming off the roof. I just don't have enough pitch on that roof to really get it to go. But when it goes, it goes. But apparently slamming the door isn't what it needs to get that going. It's all heat of the day. So judging by that blazing thing over there, the roof will be clear by the end of the day. Okay, well, the snow plowing's all done. Just running some kitchen scraps out to the chickens here, and then I'm gonna head to Hythe, run to the co-op, pick up the loop load there. I'm hoping we're gonna get like 50 loaves of bread this week. As much as I don't like to see waste in the grocery stores, I think that loop program's pretty slick, putting all that stuff to highest possible use. Food goes to waste, you can turn it back into food for food and make more food. I don't really see a downside to that. I just opened up the hatch on the chicken house there, dude, to let the girls out once they're done having their little snack there. I've had them penned up for a couple of days while it was between 25 and 30 below here, and we got a pile of snow, so I'm not sure if they'll even venture out today necessarily. It's getting on into the afternoon. They might be thinking time to shut her down, but nevertheless, give them the opportunity to get out, get some real daylight. That's that's far better than any light bulb I could ever put in that chicken coop, that's for sure. All right, so I'm back from town. Got the loop load. I think that chicken beaver lodge was gatekeeping on me. I got the height, got my 3 boxes, whatever, 4 boxes, something like that. I called over to Beaver Lodge, and she was like, yeah, there's really nothing here. There's not very much. Like, you can decide if you want to come or not. And I'm like, well, the rule is, if there's anything, it was a bottle of milk, it doesn't matter what it is, if there's anything, I got to come pick it up. I can't leave it for the person tomorrow. That's against the rules. That's how you get kicked out of the loop club. So I'm going to go. So I wheel up to the back door. She hangs up the phone on me first time. Call back second time, doesn't answer. Call back third time. Finally, she's just like, ha ha ha. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes come out of Beaver Lodge. Not much at all. Hey, like, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of chips, a whole box of produce, 2 boxes of meat, and then whatever's in the mystery box there. So, pays to verify.